Also today, Kansas City Public School Summerfest is helping students go safely back to school. It's the second event this month. 41 Action News reporter Jordan Betts live this morning at Southeast High School to show us how it works. Jordan?
Hey, good morning. Yeah, today is the last day to pick up the backpack. That also will include those school supplies that sometimes can be very expensive for parents. It'll be here at Southeast High School. It's called Summerfest Drive-Thru Edition. I think that's a good thing today because of this rain, that you'll be able to stay in your car and get that backpack and school supplies. But here's some things you do need to know. You must pre-register online before heading out here. You cannot just show up. You have a link on our website to where you can find of how to register. You can still register this morning. It is open to any student that is enrolled in the Kansas City Public School District. Immunizations and other student health services will be provided here at the drive-thru. And organizers say even though there's a pandemic going on and things might look a little different, they want to support their families and their students any way they can.
It's even more important that all of our students are equipped, that they have all the tools they need in order to be able to engage in that learning that's going to be happening starting on September 8th when classes start.
Now, Summerfest Drive-Thru Edition will kick off at 10 a.m. and goes until 2 here at Southeast High School. Again, you do have to register, and we have that link up on our website right now at kshb.com. Live in Kansas City, Jordan Betts, 41 Action News.
Hey, thank you, Jordan. Coming up, we're following some breaking news last night. Hollywood and fans are mourning the death of Chadwick Boseman. How the actor is being remembered and a local tribute to the man who played many on-screen legends.
You're watching 41 Action News.
Sad news to start this Saturday. Actor Chadwick Boseman, who starred in the movie Black Panther, has died. He was only 43 years old. Five Bloods actor had been battling colon cancer since 2016. A statement posted on his Twitter account says he died in his home with his family and wife by his side. Boseman played the part of iconic men such as James Brown and Thurgood Marshall, filming between surgeries and chemotherapy. In fact, he still had several more films lined up. Boseman also died on what would have been the co-creator of Black Panther's 103rd birthday, and the same day Major League Baseball created Jackie Robinson Day. Negro League's Baseball Museum President Bob Kendrick shared this tribute on Twitter. Heartbroken by the news, he proudly brought Jackie Robinson to life. Kendrick gave a tour to Harrison Ford and Boseman in 2013. You can see some video here of the premiere of 42. Now, several celebrities have also shared remembrances, from Chris Evans, Brie Larson to Oprah, as well as Kamala Harris and Angela Bassett. But why not hear how his life impacted fans like you?
Just seeing this movie made me realize that our stories need to be told. There's so many of us out here who are trying to create great things, and I was just so inspired as someone who wants to make movies one day and wants to inspire people that art can really change the world.
What type of movies do you want to do?
Such a powerful moment. Boseman surprised several fans, and this is from The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. That was back in 2018. The American Cancer Society says colon and rectal cancers are on the rise among people under 50. Now the Cancer Society is recommending regular screenings start at age 45. It's unclear why, but some experts suggest the obesity epidemic could be a contributing factor.
Outside right now, rain and thunderstorms moving into Kansas City, dark off to the north and west. We'll be tracking this. First rain in 15 days. The dry spell is over. What does this mean for your Saturday? We'll have all the new data coming up.
And also today, the Chiefs are welcoming fans back to the stadium. What you need to know before you head out. Welcome back, everyone. Well, today about 5,000 fans will be out at Arrowhead, and the Chiefs are opening up training camp at a reduced capacity. Now, this is only open to current season ticket members. They were emailed directly with details on how to get in. Practice starts at 9:15. Hey, take a look at this. Something special at today's camp. Clark Hunt and Lamar Hunt Jr. will be there to raise the 2019 World Champions flag above the West End Zone. This will also be the first time many fans will see some of the new safety protocols. For instance, vendors will not be accepting cash, masks are required, and bags will not be allowed. There's also no smoking, vaping, or spitting allowed. Cars will also be parked with more space between them, and while you can still tailgate, that will also be limited. Instead of the big open tailgates we've seen in the past, you are only allowed to tailgate with people you are already going to be sitting next to. In June, the Chiefs moved training camp to Arrowhead. The NFL decided teams couldn't go to satellite camps like their usual spot in St. Joe. It's the first time since 1990 camp has been held in the Kansas City area. The team has held camp at Missouri Western and St. Joe every season since 2010. The Chiefs announced fans will be allowed inside Arrowhead for the regular season as well. However, only 22% of seats will be sold. That's about 16,000 fans on game day. Single game tickets are now on sale for single season ticket holders. If there are any available after that, they will be opened up to Jackson County taxpayers next. And to help you get even more pumped up for the regular season, you can watch a classic game Friday night. We're replaying the 2016 Christmas Day matchup between the Chiefs and the Broncos, so you can relive all the excitement Friday night at 7 o'clock right here on your 41 Action News station. Now, this is all leading up to September 10th. Mark it on your calendar, folks. The Chiefs kick off the season battling it out against the Houston Texans. 41 Action News, your home of the Chiefs, is the only place in town where you can watch all the action. Our live coverage will begin at 4 o'clock. And, of course, Jeff Penner, we are so excited.
I can't believe it. The Super Bowl champions are going to be playing again anytime you can watch Patrick Mahomes. It is exciting, and also exciting for some yards and farms that could use some rain. Now, we're looking out here on our Board Home Improvement Discovery Network out at the Legends. There's Children's Mercy Park from Nebraska Furniture Mart. It's raining pretty good out there. And also, look at that. Some nice lightning. This is Caw Point looking northwest of downtown. Visibility is low as some very heavy rain is moving through the city. And that is an interesting shot. Look at this here to the north. This is a nice, we call a shelf cloud, the leading edge of the heavier rain, and maybe some 20 to 40 mile per hour winds. No severe weather is expected here, but some frequent lightning, torrential but beneficial rain as these thunderstorms move across the city. We'll look at weather track radar here in a second. Another interesting view as well, looking off to the east. 2100s now in the rain gauge. The first rain since the 13th of August. 68 degrees, a north wind at 11. No 90s today, just 60s and 70s. Much different. Take a look here. This large area of rain and thunderstorms is moving in. Some frequent lightning on the leading edge, and then behind it, less lightning and a steadier rain. Get a little closer in, the torrential rain right now from around Richmond to just north of Orac, near Excelsior Springs, Liberty, back down towards Independence here in the Midtown area. Within the 435 loop, that is where the heaviest rain is. Westport, mid-downtown, Shawnee getting into Overland Park and over there towards DeSoto as well, approaching DeSoto. Then the line continues to move southwest all the way towards Ottawa and Osage City. Everything's moving east-southeast at about 35 to 40 miles per hour. So it'll get into Belton by 7:27, Raymore 7:35, and Harrisonville by 7:54. And a nice good quarter to 1 inch of rain with this, and then maybe another quarter to half inch of rain after it goes by. And the rain will end when the disturbance moves by. There's one here, but this looks like the main one back here. Once this one, this little twist right here, once that goes by, that's when our rain will end, but that will take until the mid-afternoon. So as we take a look at our satellite picture, this was yesterday, no clouds around, and there's the remnants of Laura moving through West Virginia now and out. And then we turn our attention to the Rockies. Thunderstorm started in southeast Colorado yesterday evening and has blown up into a nice area of thunderstorms. There is a disturbance right there moving in, just now beginning to rain hard here at the station on the plaza. And Kansas City has been dry overnight. This large areas come in. There were a few gusty wind reports out there, but overall not severe, just some beneficial rain here in the Kansas City area. And so our powercast at 3 p.m. shows this disturbance here. Well, it's there now, so it's really going to be exiting at about this time. But in rain areas, 60s and 70s, and by evening it'll be out. And beautiful evening leading to a refreshing morning in the 50s. Tomorrow morning with not much rain, no chance of rain, looking really good. And then tomorrow it's going to be a nice day, around 80 degrees. Now you need to put the seed out and fertilizer out, and you didn't take advantage of today's rain. There's more to come. The front coming through today is going to move back north as a warm front on Sunday night. A new cold front will approach, and another system will come in. So later Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday, more rain chances. But tomorrow, a nice summer day. So tomorrow will be a good day to get the fertilizer out. Now to noon, rain and thunderstorms, noon to 6. They will come to an end after 6 p.m. A nice evening, 74, 56 tonight, 80 on Sunday with a nice day. A few showers and thunderstorms on Monday, but then the best chance is really Monday night and Tuesday. ending on Wednesday. And look at the end of the week. Highs in the 70s. The low Friday morning will get very close to the 40s.
Hi, I'm Toby Tobin. The dandelions are blooming. Everybody knows what they are. Henbit, that little purple flower, it's just looking gorgeous right now, but not in your yard. Coming up, we're going to show you the best way to take care of them. Hi, I'm Toby Tobin. Weeds are popping up everywhere, and I know nobody likes getting out when it's warm, but if we don't get these weeds under control coming up this fall, that's going to be the only thing you have. With our lawns browning out, many of us are left with just a bunch of ugly weeds sprouting up all over the place. Keeping them under control now is very important so they don't take over. There are many varieties of weeds, but the good news is you can now use one weed control to take care of most of them. Gordon's Trimec Nutsedge will take care of the nutgrass that is spreading over our lawns, plus another couple hundred varieties of weeds. Follow the instructions, and mixing the proper amounts is a must so you don't kill out the things you want to keep. Applying too much weed control can kill out your nice grass or surrounding plants. So if the bottle says 1 tablespoon per gallon, then that means 1 tablespoon. 2 or 3 is not better, as so many people think. You mix up all of this in a pump sprayer with water and add an additive called spreader sticker. That helps the chemical adhere to the leaves of the weed better. Pump up your sprayer and just give your weeds one pass, and you should be on your way to seeing these ugly visitors going bye-bye. You can keep the spray handy over a couple of months, so long as it's stored in a place that doesn't get too hot or freezing, and spray as you see new weeds sprout up. I hate weeds. Happy weed spraying to all. A word of caution, most weed controls should not be applied when the temperatures are above 85 degrees. For many days, that's going to mean getting up very early in the morning and getting the spray down, or applying it very late in the day. That's it. I'm Toby Tobin. We'll see you next week.
All right, got some strong storms and pushing through our area. We can hear it here on the roof here at our station.
Yeah, fortunately nothing severe, just some heavy rain, some lightning, thunder, and 20 to 30, maybe a 40-mile-per-hour wind gust. There is the stadium complex. This is the leading edge of the shelf cloud. That is torrential rain and some gusty winds moving through the city. Much needed rain. We'll look at the rest of the weekend forecast coming up.
As kids head back to school this year, it's going to look a little different. This morning, we're looking at how one district is helping students adjust. 7:30 on this Saturday morning. Thank you for starting your day with us here at 41 Action News. Well, for the last few days, we have not had rain. Well, if you've been asking for it, Jeff Penner, we got it.
Yeah, here's some yards and farms breathing a sigh of relief right now because it is raining outside and some much needed rain. 15-day dry spell coming to an end. And here we are. This is Call Point looking northwest of downtown. Low visibility. There's lightning. There is some very heavy rain. This is over the Truman Sports Complex. Raining pretty hard there as well. Fortunately, no severe weather. 20 to 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts are possible. Out at the Legends, the heaviest rain has moved off to the east, but still coming down pretty good there out at Children's Mercy Park. And on weather track radar, this all started in southeast Colorado yesterday evening as a disturbance came out of the southwest. A nice large area of rain and thunderstorms moving in, and the leading edge is the heaviest. This whole line of thunderstorms is moving east-southeast right now at about 35 to 40 miles per hour. And right now, the heaviest is moving right through the city, moving through Buckner, Blue Springs, down to Shawnee, Overland Park, Olathe. The entire Kansas City area is getting a good drink of water, a good 1/4 to 1 inch of rain with this, then maybe another 1/10 to a 1/2 inch of rain after it goes by. And at present course and speed, Lewisburg by 7:54 and Harrisonville by 8:11. Paola 7:47, actually about to start there right now. There's a little leading edge of thunderstorms out ahead of the main area near Paola. And the rain will end when this disturbance moves by. It's going to take until 2 or 3 o'clock. The heaviest rain will end here in the next hour or two, and then it'll be more of a light to moderate rain with a few heavy downpours after that. Temperatures where it's raining in the 60s, 67 at KCI, 69 Lawrence, 74 in Lee Summit, and it's only going to be in the 60s and 70s today. Clouds much of the day. So between now and noon, 68, the dry spell has ended. Rain and thunderstorms heaviest from around Kansas City, west and south, and then this afternoon the rain and thunderstorms will end. 74, just 20 degrees cooler than it was on Friday. And we'll look at the forecast for the rest of the weekend. We have some nice weather and more rain chances coming up.
Thank you, Jeff. While you slept, protests played out across much of the country including video that you're looking at places like Denver, Atlanta, and Raleigh. In Denver, pepper balls and smoke were used to separate the crowd outside of a police precinct. In Atlanta, about 150 people marched from the CNN building to the state capitol. They gave speeches. They said they hope educate and uplift the black and brown communities. There were also some men and women with guns claiming to be part of the Black Revolutionaries. That group said their goal is to encourage nonviolence. On both sides of the state line, students marched yesterday against racism and social injustice. 57 years after Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech. KU students marched through the Lawrence campus. The women's basketball team organized the rally within 24 hours with support from the chancellor, provost, and athletic department. The turnout was greater than expected.
It's not just us. There's plenty of people on the campus who obviously that it affects and they feel strongly about. There's people who were just walking to class and they joined us.
Well, the team says this was just the start. They hope other people will join future events and demonstrations. Missouri State University student athletes did the same, marching through their campus against brutality and discrimination. After a summer filled with tension and injustice across the country, MSU football players want black voices to be heard on campus. The two organizing athletes say their responsibilities don't just lie on the field.
We're not just athletes. We're going to use our voice. We're going to use our platform because we're tired of it, like we previously mentioned. And like, we're not going to keep going by stuff as if everything's okay.
The team did not practice Thursday in response to Jacob Blake's shooting. Both organizers say their coaches have backed them all the way. Today, there's a rally planned to support members of law enforcement. The We Back the Blue March starts at 11 a.m. at Washington Square Park. Over 600 people are interested in the event on Facebook. A handful of people gathered in Indiana to protest the execution of Keith Nelson. He's the man convicted of killing a 10-year-old KCK girl. He was put to death Friday afternoon. Protesters held up signs with messages like "Stop State Killing," "Stop State Violence," and "Thou shalt not kill." Nelson was convicted of grabbing 10-year-old Pamela Butler outside her home in KCK while roller skating with friends. He threw her into his truck in broad daylight on October 12, 1999. It took 3 days before police found her body. Nelson pleaded guilty to the charges in 2001. Nelson declined a final statement. He is the 5th federal inmate executed this year. Several Kansas City area organizations serving victims of crime are getting a boost. The Kansas Attorney General says the groups will get more than $300,000 in grants. It will go to organizations like the Sunflower House, where victims of child abuse are given resources to heal, and Safe Home, which provides shelter and legal services to men and women being abused. You can read more on how the money will be spent on our website, kshb.com. The Kansas Department of Labor will extend its call center hours to help people filing for unemployment. The expanded hours mean you can reach someone during the week till 8 p.m., as well as on Saturdays from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. However, they say the types of services they're offered during those extended hours are things like weekly claim filings, claim status updates, and frequently asked questions. If your issue is more complex, you may have to call during regular business hours. Since March 15th, KDOL has paid out more than $1.8 billion in unemployment assistance. Well, we want to help you and your kids go safely back to school, and many students across the metro will start the year at home learning virtually. And keeping students apart has some worried about the long-term effects. 41 Action News reporter Nick Starling shows us what one district is doing to help.
It's the beginning of a school year unlike any other. For most districts, instead of having class inside a building, they're having it online. And because of that, school counselors are preparing for students to feel alone or depressed.
For me, it was nice to be able to get back into those Zoom calls and see our kids and meet our new kids to our building.
It's the end of the first week of virtual classes for the Hickman Mills School District, as school counselor Julia Burrows peeked into the classrooms.
They were interacting and they were learning and they were excited to be back and be able to see their friends.
But she knows there could be some feelings of isolation as the kids learn online.
That causes anxiety and depression and all kinds of other things. And so they can reach out for help. So that's something that we also as counselors in the district are trying to promote.
Over in the KCK Public School District, they're also prepared with 46 counselors on hand.
We are still able to connect with our students, obviously through a virtual platform, following up with their families to check on them.
As classes begin next month, they'll pay close attention to their students while learning virtually.
We want to be the staple, the constant, to let them know that we are just as eager to see them, virtually speak with them, and still connect them to services.
During the pandemic, they say the stigma of mental health has shifted as kids are not afraid to talk about how they're feeling and offer this advice to the parents out there.
It's just being honest with the kids. I think at this point in time, it's being as honest with them as you can, and you want to be able to go back to school and see your friends, and so this is what we have to do.
Reporting in KCK, Nick Starling, 41 Action News.
Well, the Olathe teacher who took on a major project in hopes of helping parents make informed decisions says her work is almost done. We introduced you to Alicia Morris earlier this month. The high school drama teacher is keeping a spreadsheet to track all the impacts of COVID-19 on K through 12 buildings nationwide. Morris said the National Education Association will soon take over the record keeping. She says the feedback on the project has been mostly positive. Today, you can get a free COVID-19 test in Johnson County. Just swing by the Westbrook Village Shopping Center parking lot in Shawnee between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Testing will be available for the first 750 people who show up. Anyone over the age of 5 can be screened. Kansas City Public Schools want to make sure that your kids have everything they need before their first day. 41 Action News reporter Jordan Betch joins us live this morning to tell us more about what they're doing. Jordan?
Hey, good morning. Out here at Southeast High School will be the last day to pick up a free backpack and school supplies if your kid goes to KCPS here at the public schools in Kansas City. Here are a few reminders, though, if you do want to come get one, you do have to pre-register before coming out here. You can do that still this morning. We have a link on our website at kshb.com. This is the second of event. It's called Summerfest Drive-thru edition. They usually have kind of a big party to go with it, but unfortunately, because of COVID-19, that's just not possible. Like you said, you have to pre-register. This is open to any student that's enrolled in the Kansas City Public Schools. There'll also be immunizations and other student health services provided, and organizers say for your Summerfest, they want families to be able to pick up these free supplies so students start the year off equipped and ready to learn.
We are very committed in Kansas City Public Schools to making sure that we're meeting the needs, all of the needs of our students and our families. And so that means we're going to go to extraordinary measures to help them in whatever way we possibly can.
My pants are soaked. And I will tell you, the drive-thru style is probably a very good idea as it is pouring here at Southeast High School. This kicks off at 10 a.m. and goes until 2 p.m. And again, you do have to register, and we'll have that link on our website. Right, we have it right now up there at kshb.com. Live in Kansas City, Jordan Betts, 41 Action News.
Get inside and get dry. Thanks a lot, Jordan. Jeff will tell us more about that rain a little later on. But this morning, you can also get ready to start school at a special giveaway event. Now, there's a drive-through back-to-school backpack and food giveaway today. It's open from 9 until noon at Swope Park. Harvesters will also be giving food away today. Now, they will be at Metropolitan Missionary Baptist Church on Linwood. Starts at 10 and is a first-come, first-served basis. Victorious Life Church also wants to help fill the need. They are planning a giveaway event for parents and children. There will be food, diapers, and school supplies available. They are also offering a drive-through prayer service. That's today from 10 until 1. Jeff?
It is pouring rain out here on the plaza. Look at this, coming down pretty good. Much needed rain for many locations. We'll track this. Look at the rest of the weekend, and if you missed the opportunity to get fertilizer and seed down, there are other chances of rain. We'll look at all the new data coming up.
Royals in Chicago taking on the White Sox. Their game moved up an hour early due to potential weather concerns. Both teams, though, honoring Jackie Robinson wearing number 42. Bottom of the 5th, one on Eloy Jimenez crushes this ball to deep center, and that one's going to be gone. White Sox taking the 3-2 lead. Top of the 7th, one on Jorge Soler. Lines this ball into deep right. It carries over the fence, and the Royals tie it at 4. Soler's 8th long bomb of the season. Bottom of the 9th, it's a walk-off home run by Yasmani Grandal for the White Sox. Royals fall 6-5. And 1 day left of training camp for the Chiefs, and they'll be taking on the final practice on the field at Arrowhead in front of 5,000 fans. Head coach Andy Reid continuing to keep his Super Bowl team right on track to run it back. Players putting in full effort each day, seeing all the work during the offseason finally pay off, much thanks to some motivation by Big Red. And the first Friday night lights of the season. Some schools playing, others remain sidelined. So to the action, we go. Starting off with our game of the week, Kearney Bulldogs hosting the Fort Osage Indians. First score of the year. Going to the Bulldogs, Luke Nolan, as he goes untouched all the way to the house for a 6-yard score. Kearney up 6-0 after a failed 2-point conversion on the following kickoff. Indians' Lorenzo Finner takes it to the end zone as he turns on the Jets. It's a 95-yard kick return. Fort Osage goes up 7-6. Final score, Bulldogs taking the win in overtime, 27-21. And the Kelly Donahoe era begins at Rockhurst, middle of the third quarter. Bobby Hummel trying to hit his receiver down the field. The pass is picked by Gunnar Griffin. Pick six, Ray Peck takes the 8-point lead. Middle of the fourth quarter, Rockhurst facing 4th and 2. Johnny Bailey Jr. runs it up the gut for a 42-yard touchdown. Rockhurst would cut the lead to 8, but it would not be enough. Ray Peck wins it 42-34. And Lee Summit West Titans in the Park Hill Trojans house. Park Hill's Anthony Hall connecting with Jalen Knoll. He's going to tiptoe it down the sideline into the end zone, game tied at 7. Titans, though, fighting back Tristan Kinney to Grant McAddy in the corner just in time. Touchdown. Ball game tied up again at 14. And here comes Lee Summit West Chase Taylor running through the Trojans all the way into the end zone. Final score, 20-14. Lee Summit West with the win in overtime. And staying in Missouri, Oak Park taking on Lee Summit. We pick up in the middle of the second. Tommy Locke loses the football. Jermaine